Yep, you're reading that correctly. Let's get into it. Fox News, the former employer of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, has joined a nearly unanimous outpouring of news organizations rejecting new rules for journalists based in the Pentagon. Fox signed onto a statement with ABC, CBS, NBC, and CNN saying they would not agree to Hegseth's new rules, saying, and I quote, the policy is without precedent and threatens core journalistic protections. So far, only the conservative One American News Network, that's OAN, has said its reporters would follow the new regulations. And that's because OAN really wants to be the new Fox News. Hegseth has said that outlets who don't agree to the new rules by the end of Tuesday, which restrict reporting on news not specifically approved by his team, will be evicted from the Pentagon on Wednesday. The Associated Press says it will not agree to the rules. The Pentagon has said the rules establish common sense media procedures and want news outlets to sign a statement acknowledging them even if they don't agree with them. The news outlets have said that they are concerned, however, that their reports will be subject to expulsion if they simply try to report news not approved by Hegseth. But for all of you MAGA folk that keep talking about other countries and how liberals and leftists and just non-conservative GOP members wouldn't fare well over there and how restrictive they are over their people, how are you liking the increase of government? Do y'all still have those "Don't Tread on Me" flags? Are you still the party of small government? The Pentagon's new press policy undermines the First Amendment and AP's core values as an independent global news organization, the AP said in a statement. The restrictions impede the public's access to information about their government and limit the people's rights to know. AP remains focused on continuing to produce strong independent coverage of the Pentagon in the public interest. The New York Times, Washington Post, Reuters, NPR, and The Atlantic are among the other news outlets saying they won't sign on to the new rules. Another conservative television network, Newsmax, has also rejected them. OANN, through its founder Charles Herring, said that it has signed the document after a thorough review by its attorneys. What, from the law firm of Trust Me, and Trust Me, Bro? The rejection by Fox, by far the most popular television outlet for fans of President Donald Trump, is a significant step. Hegseth worked as a weekend host at Fox before Trump selected him as defense secretary. He's one of several refreshed. He's one of several familiar Fox faces now working for Trump, including Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy and Jeanine Pirro, U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia. The news organizations who have rejected the rules all say they will continue covering the U.S. military even without being permitted on Pentagon grounds. Barring a change from either side, the case looks to be headed for court. Here's the thing. I suspect there's going to be an increase in anonymous sources. The Pentagon Press Association, which represents dozens of reporters at the Pentagon, has said it wonders why it is even necessary for the Pentagon to proceed in this manner. Our members did nothing to create this disturbing situation, the reporters group said in a statement Monday. It arises from an entirely one-sided move by Pentagon officials, apparently intent upon cutting the American public off from information they do not control and pre-approve, because they need a narrative to try to get the entirety of the country behind the BS that they're putting out. And they feel that the only way to do that is to keep the truth from coming out. And if they can further radicalize their base, they feel like it's a win-win for them. They are ignoring that they are giving the okay to political violence from their base. And if no one can show their base the truth, when their base finally figures out the truth, it's not going to be good for them. Since taking over at the Defense Department, Hegseth and his team have rarely conducted press briefings. They have moved to restrict the number of places reporters could go in the Pentagon without an official escort and removed some reporters from long established working spaces in the building. Trump has fought organizations on several fronts in the past year. He has filed lawsuits against ABC News, CBS News, the New York Times, and the Wall Street Journal, moved to choke off funding for government-funded news services like the Voice of America and Radio Free Europe/Radio Liberty, and is engaged in a court fight with the AP over access to presidential events. Trump has shown us that he has collected people who will show him that they are loyal to him. The verbiage that they use shows that they will let him know that they are publicly loyal to him. Trump doesn't want any bad press. Trump wants to control the press, as which Reagan wanted to do once upon a time. So I ask again, are we great yet? Are we winning yet? And do we have all those choices for our lives and the lives of our family that so many people claimed they voted for?